All right. Hi. I am Ricky. I am one half of the tender trainers. So we at the tender trainers, we help train subcontractors on how to tender and run commercial jobs effectively. So our goal is basically to help you make this process as simple and successful as possible so you can win bigger contracts with less stress and deliver on them and come out with your profit. Yeah, I try and do this on a regular basis. So feel free to jump on, ask me a question, or DM me a topic that you might find useful for me to cover. All right, cool. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, what I chose to talk about for this week is around, are we pricing ourselves out of the job if we just go and include everything in our price? So, I think we all know the scenario here, right? You include items in your price because you know that they're needed, even if they're outside of the requested scope. Your competitor doesn't, so it makes their price look cheaper than yours. So the question is, should you include the extras or not? And I'm going to come right out and give you my 2 cents. In my experience, and this includes time spent on the main contractor side assessing tender returns, the client wants a comprehensive price. And a comprehensive price includes everything that is needed to get the job done. It's a price that will also result in no or minimal variations. And in fact, it leaves a bit of taste in your mouth as the client when you're getting a bunch of variations that should have been included for in the price, right? So if you can't tell, I'm basically against the strategy of pricing low, excluding items, and trying to make it up through variations when you get on the job. Now, not only that, but if you do it this way, the contract more often not than not will be written in a way that you're going to pick this scope up anyway, even if it's not included in your price. So you really are exposing yourself to potential risks by not including the extras as well. So, right, in my experience, the key is being comprehensive and pricing everything, but being clever about how you present your price so that you can show the extra value that you're providing against your competitor. Not only that, when you do it this way, it also highlights that your competitor missed these extra things that are required on the job, which brings into question the thoroughness of their price and also their knowledge of the job, right? Their understanding of the requirements of the job. Okay, cool. So we that's my two bob. I believe in including everything and displaying your tender in a way that the client can see this, right? So how do we do this? But how do we present our tender so that the client can see the extra added value? And right, so the couple of examples I've got here of doing this, the first one being the most strategic and best way to do this is by using below the line pricing. So below the line pricing is where you have your price as per the requested scope and total value of this above the line. And anything extra, we keep separated, putting it below the line to show the additional cost of the extras separately. So what this does is it allows your client to see the price with and without the extras and lets them see true apples and apples cost against your competitors rather than an inflated cost with the extras hidden in the price. So keeping them separate and displaying them different above and below the line is a really strategic, good way to do this. The other Things that are quite standard to show this extra value is by clearly listing your AQ and E's, so your assumptions and your inclusions and your exclusions, and keeping the breakdown in the pricing schedule detailed, not too high level, so that they can see the price and what's included, and they can clearly see the inclusions and exclusions of what's in the price. Okay, cool. So basically, in summary, in my experience, the key is not being the cheapest. It's being and thoughtful, comprehensive with your price, and thoughtful about how you display your price and your tender. Now, if we do this in the clever way, that the client will see and understand, we can show value for money and not price ourselves out through hidden costs. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, that's it for this one. Um, Thanks. Stay tuned. I try and do lives on a regular basis. Also, keep an eye out for our tender talk. We try and do these on a roughly monthly basis, sometimes a little bit longer. It's a free training session. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, and see you again soon.